Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3, gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 3, gang, y'all. Let's get like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's go. That joke was crazy, man. Bro said, man, my cousin super gay Weezy, man. That's crazy. I was like, bro, you think? I see, bro. I was like, bro, that's crazy, bro. He said, he was like, he brought back 3 years, man. This man got 3 years to serve Weezy, man. I was like, that's crazy, man. He was like, man, I'm telling you, see him, though? He said, man, I went out there. I said, what'd he say? He said, man, I went out there, man. This man had the audacity to say, cuz, before you say anything, I'm just letting you know, this is how I am now. I need you to still be my cousin. This is just what it is. I can't change who I am. I can't change who I am. So I'm just listening to Rob tell me what the man told him. And for real, like, I felt like the way he brought the introduction to his cousin was a good move. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a lot of people even care about how other people's feelings are when they come to stuff like that. You know what I mean? They be like, you gonna deal with it or not? You know what I mean? Now, he went to his cousin and he told him straight up, like, yo, this is who I am now. I don't want you to see nothing. I just want you to know that this is what it is now, man. You know what I mean? So when Rob told me that, I was like, yo, bro, listen, you can't do nothing, bro. Ain't no need for you to get mad. Ain't no need for you to try to like snap out, do anything. Like, there's nothing for you to do. This man is a shake, rattle, and roll specialist now, man. There's nothing you can do now, bro. He was like, yeah, you right. It's just crazy. Just imagine seeing somebody like your brother doing that, though. I was like, yeah, you right, though, man. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm going to give him some food, though, man. I ain't going to let him starve, though. You know what I mean? I said, boy, that's your cousin, bro. Nah, you got to look out. He was like, yeah, I'm going to give him some food. So he just walked away and went to his cell. He started putting some stuff on the bag. He was already getting ready to go outside rec to the 2 o'clock rec. So he like, yeah, look, bro, about to go outside, man. He was like, man, help me take some of this stuff out here. I was like, nah, look. I was about to go work out, you know what I mean? I was like, but I'll help you take a couple of items though, man, you know what I mean? Because he won't try to take, sometimes you can't just walk out there with the bag, you know what I mean? Unless somebody's sweet working, something like that. So I was like, what you need me to get, man? He was like, man, look, just take these honey buns. I was like, I'm going to give them to you though. Like, I don't know. He was like, yeah, I know. I said, yeah, I'm going to give them to you. So while we was going outside rec, we was going on yard 2. 4C was actually going on the yard with us. So we going on the yard. They already on the yard when we get there. So as soon as we come in the joint, I walk in the joint. I look up, I spot him. As soon as I spot him, he locked in on me, y'all. Pause. He was like, hey, T Weezy. I'm like, oh, what's up, Perry? He was like, nah, it's PP now. I'm like, oh, all right, what's up? Just kept it moving. He was like, He's still right there. He seen Rob coming. He was like, when I seen Rob right there, I was like, here, bro. I went in my pocket. I gave him the joints he gave me. I was like, hey, here you go. He was like, man, appreciate it, man. I dip off. Him and the dude right there talking. So they went from kicking it. Rob kicked it with him for a minute. After Rob kicked it with him, man, I looked up. That old head that came from their way that was in the jail with him was kicking it with him now. Him and the dude walking laps. This my word, Perry walking laps. Super dramatic. That nigga walking laps. He walking laps. Like he marching. He like this. He like. Legs super high. I thought he was part of the troops in Russia with Putin, y'all. So boom. Man, walking crazy, walking around the joint. I just see Rob just sitting down, just looking angry. You know what I mean? Old head dude kicking it with him. The dude that told Rob about the dude that told Rob about the whole situation. He walked up, he was like, yeah, I think old dude wanted him the whole time though. The whole time we was in the jail, I think the old dude wanted him. He was talking to him the whole time. Rob was like, yeah, I already know it. He come acting like, I seen it in his face. I seen it in his face. I was like, who you talking about, the old head right there? He was like, yeah. I was like, I ain't even scaring this dude. Shake, roller. That y'all came back fast. I was like, man, I already know, man. I was like, man, man, be like that. I was like, man, listen, man, be like that. Rob was like, yeah, I know, but that's all I got for him, though. I get him something to eat. He go from there, man. Like, he take his own walk, man. I don't mess with them people wheezing like that, man. I was like, bro, you gotta do your bid the way you do your bid, bro. Like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do when it comes to your bid. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, for real though, like, man, that don't bother me so much. Like, I'm just glad I'm not in the pod with him though, man, because for real, I could tell how he is though. Like, he one of them old hot boys. Pause. I'm like, ah. I'm like, well, why you say that? He was like, cause I just know he look like he get around. Like, you know what I mean? I can tell, man. Like, he just, you know what I mean? Like, look at him. Look how he talking to the old head. We looked over at the old head. Old head had his foot on the wall on some massive cool. Had his foot on the wall, like, old head was spitting game, y'all. So boom. They had that conversation. Rob was mad. We can't do nothing but with Rob. We can't tell Rob not to be mad. This is some tragic information. This is some tragic stuff to witness. You wouldn't agree? This is something tragic to witness, man. We go back in the pod. We in that joint, man. We chilling. I'm trying to tell bro, like, yo, this. He was like, man, Rob was like, I ain't tripping on that, man. You trying to play spades? I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, the dudes from Richmond just called us out. I'm trying to play. I'm like, all right, what's up? He was like, let's go. I'm about to get the cards and the sheet. Like, bam. So he get the cards and the sheet. Get it playing. You know what I mean? That kind of took his mind off what was going on. Basically, man. You know what I mean? For the rest of that day, we played spades. When we wake up the next morning, we started off playing spades because him and Dude was playing till store day, which was on that following Wednesday, and this was on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So they playing spades to store day. So we started off in the morning playing spades. So we playing spades all the way up until it was lockdown time. When we came back out after the 10:30 lockdown, man, we started back playing spades again. So Rob kind of was occupied, you know what I mean? Like his mind wasn't even on that jump, man. All the way up until the slide opened up. When the slide opened up, you heard it say, you heard that noise. Next thing you know, you just seen a cop coming in. You like, I was like, Rob back to the joint. He looked back when he heard the noise. He started back playing. I'm looking at him like, Rob, like it's on UT Weezy. I'm like, hold on. I said, look who they moving in the block, bro. He turned around. He was like, his cousin was like this. He seen one of the dudes. He seen the boy that was in the block that I told y'all that was booed up with the dude that was already in there. He walked in like this. He looked. He was like, hey, girl. He was like, nah, I'm moving upstairs in 31. Yeah. I looked at the dude that sleep in 31. Dude, he was just sitting at the table like he didn't care. He was just, the boy grabbed his stuff. Old head come out of nowhere and start helping him. Old head taking his stuff up there. Old head put his stuff up there. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. Rob, like, as soon as we do that, we get set. As soon as he seen his cousin moving apart, man, them people set us, y'all. So boom. Now he's back being affected by this stuff, man. He's back letting it bother him. And I'm telling him, like, yo, even though this your blood, you gotta let dude move on, man. Yeah, he got locked up. Yeah, when he left us, he was a man, Buddha. But he came back different, man. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing about this. What can you do about this? Not a thing. You can't do nothing about this, man. So, like, I try to calm him down. But Rob was like, man, I'm all good. It's like, I'm just mad he in the block. So we like, man, hold on, man. Rob finished the jump. He walked upstairs. Rob went upstairs, super angry. Rob went up to 31. Rob was like, man, hold on, man. He got to the steps. He was like, he did the angry went up the steps. He get up there, jump. He was like, why you over here, man? What you doing over here, man? Boy, PP came out. He was like, I ain't got your permission to come over here. I ain't come over here for you. He did that joke like street time. He's like, I ain't come over here for you. Everybody was like, oh. Rob was like, man, see? All right. I was like, Rob, come on, man. He was like, all right, Rob, come back down the steps. He get this hand. He like, he put his hand together. He like, man, that's crazy, man. Brought this psycho over here in my pod, man. I got two, man. I was like, man, give us a boy, man. When people set us again, y'all, so boom. As soon as Perry came in the pod, I luck turned. Rob stopped playing like some garbage, man. I was like, yo, bro, listen, let's just chill till later on, bro. I said, because for real, man, like your mind ain't right here. I said, we gambling. I'm gambling with you, so ain't no need for us to trick up. Just wait till later. He was like, hey, you right, I'm about to go lay down for a while. All right, so he went and laid down. You know what I mean? While he was in the cell chilling, I hopped on the phone. While I was on the phone, I got my back to the wall. I'm watching the pod. As I'm watching the pod, I looked up. The dude Perry came down the steps and went straight in the cell with the old head. The old head slept in cell 21, which was all the way in the back on the bottom tier. He slept over there. He went straight to the man's cell. They went from over there talking to next thing you know, they disappeared. And the cut went up, y'all. So boom. They was in the cell together, ducked off, doing God knows what. I don't know what they was doing. You know what I mean? They come out, chill for a little bit longer. Old head kicking it with them. They call standby for child. When they call standby for child, old head come out. They start making food. They like, yo, I ain't going to child. Old head start bringing food out. He got dude Perry out there cutting sausages up and pickle up. They about to make something to eat. Rob, get up. Rob like, man, he was like, man, he's freaking dude, man. Dude like my cousin, man. He smiled in my face and he like my cousin. I said, bro, listen, you can't stop a shake, rattle, and roller from shake, rattle, and rolling, bro. You can't do that, man. So relax, man. He was like, yeah, I'm just like, that junk crazy, man. That junk crazy. So they ate their meal and they was looking like a couple. That's what it looked like, man. They was looking like a couple, man. Now, it was an odd couple because the dude Perry, aka PP, he was way taller than the old head. Like the old head probably was like a little shorter than me. You know what I mean? A little shorter than me. I give him 5'8" or something like that. The dude Perry was like 6'1", 6 feet. He was like at least 6 feet, but I told you everybody in Rob Family looked like they was tall. So like he was jiving a little tall, you know what I mean? He was a little short. He was shorter than his partner. You know what I mean? That was a crazy situation to see them together. Like, you know what I mean? They went from kicking it like that to going outside, walking together. Man, like I promise you, man, that junk was so wild. Like the dude Perry did a whole 360. Man, they did a whole 360, man. I promise you, man, the dude that's in the cell with the boy. When I saw this, y'all, this was my first time witnessing this. This was my first time witnessing this ever in penitentiary. Like, this was my first time ever witnessing this madness. Man, I promise you, man, the dude that's in the cell with the boy already. The one that I told you I was in the block, they been in the block. Now, the boy, he's definitely a boy, but he's like a manly boy, but he's definitely a boy. They all manly, but I'm just saying, like he don't act as feminine as the nigga Perry, you know what I mean? So he still act gato, like that's what I'm saying. Man, I promise you, man, now, when they would go outside, I started seeing that Perry would talk to the boys and all of this. Man, we had the ball field one day, man. I went out that joint, man. I got so lit. I got so lit this day, y'all. Like I'm getting litty. Like we on the ball field talking to my homeboy on the basketball court. We hit like 2 feces. Like 2 feces. They blowing over there. We blowing over here. We like 2 feces. So by the time we finish, I'm lit. I'm lit, man. It's hot out there. I'm like, man, so I'm lit. I'm outside. My word. The dude that be already that's from robbing them town. Rob won't even outside. The dude out there that's from robbing them town, man. That man ran over there where we was at. That man said, man, look at that Joe Weezy. Look. I was like, where? He was like, right there. Look. Man, I seen the dude that's in the cell with the boy. Man, this man had a t-shirt on, man. He drew like a fake bow tie on his t-shirt. He drew like a fake bow tie on the joint. That joint was like a fake bow tie. Y'all ever seen that? Just imagine a t-shirt with a fake bow tie drawn in black. Then he had his t-shirt right here, like drawn in black, like he outlined the sleeves a little bit, not the whole sleeve, but like the tip of the sleeve. And then it was outlined at the bottom. So it looked like he had a fake tuxedo jacket on. That's what it looked like. I promise y'all, man. I look up, I see this man. Now he might have hid it. I think he hid it when he came out there because they don't let you alter the clothes like that. You know what I mean? They gonna take it immediately. So I think he took his blue shirt off and that's when that was exposed. So he's standing out there with that fake tuxedo jacket, man. This man got a fake tuxedo jacket, man. And I looked and I seen the dude Perry and I seen the old head dude. They was right in front of him, man. So when I looked again, the old dude got a Bible in his hand or something, man. I was like, man, bro. I was like, nah. So my homeboy across the fence like, what? They getting married, man. Y'all lying, man. They ain't y'all pop. I'm like, man, hold on, man. I was like, come on, bro. Me and my homeboy walked a little closer. Everybody got a little closer. I could look. Man, my word, the old head dude with the fake bow tie shirt, he was like, he was going over the joint. I can't know what he was saying. Look, do you take your awfully wedded husband? He said something like, that's all I had to hear. Do you take your awfully, the old head dude was like, I do. Then he looked at Perry, he was like, yeah, you do. He was like, Perry was like, I do. I was like, oh my God. I'm never coming back to penitentiary, y'all, so boom. That was crazy, man. Like to even think that back, like to see people getting married on the yard was crazy. That was crazy right there. I was like, oh my God. I said, man, we gotta tell Rob this, man. I said, I gotta tell Rob this. Everybody was like, yo, he just got married to the old head, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy, man. So They was married, man. They got married. I went back in there and told Rob. I said, yo, your cousin just got married on the yard. He was like, what? I said, man, the man just got married, man. I said, the dude that's in the cell with the boy. I said, man, that man had a fake bow tie shirt on, bro. So the man drew a bow tie. Man had a bow tie on his white tee, man. So this is madness. I said, this is madness right here. Word. Like, what, man? That's crazy. I said, bro, my word on my moment. Like, I seen him getting married, bro. He was like, man, that's crazy. So after we came back in, I had told bro that I'm by bro cell telling him this joint. So we won't on standby for child yet. We about to go to child soon though after the 2 o'clock rap. All you hear is, police about to come in. The door open up. The door open up. You see the sergeant come in. He came to the table. He sat down. People coming up to him trying to talk to him. He was like, he looked past their ass. He was like, he called an old dude that just got married. He was like, he walked over there. He was like, old dude was like, old dude did the Tiger Woods. He was like, come on. Yeah, go get your stuff. Go get your stuff. Yeah, come on. Go get your stuff. He went to his celly. His celly was over there playing checkers. He was like, hey. His celly was like he already knew the count. You know what I mean? It's my word. Perry went upstairs, got his stuff. They moved Perry in the cell with him, y'all. So boom. I said, yo, man, this is out of control right here, man. Now these cellies, they might as well be cellies. They got married. How they not gonna be cellies? So now we have 2 Shake, Rally, and Roller families in there, man. 2 of them, man. 2 sets of them, man. So like, this is what's going on in 4D now, man. Now they wasn't bothering nobody. They want no disrespectful stuff like that. But they in the block. This is what's going on, man. So Rob just like, yo, he done moved in the cell with him, man. So now they in the cell together. You know what I mean? Now they in the cell together. Yeah, now they messing with each other crazy. Time has went on. There's nothing Rob can do about it. I think Rob just blocked it out. So I'll say after about a month of them being in the cell together, man. Y'all told y'all the old head sleep in cell 21. So we was playing spades one day again. Me and Rob gambling the spades. We at the last table, like by the staircase slightly, man. We playing spades right there. We in an intense game. It's like 10 people around the table watching the joint. You know what I mean? It's a major game we playing. So it ain't dumb loud. The TV on, but people talking, but it's like everybody watching our game. Man, I promise you, man, that's all you heard was, bitch, you gonna listen to what the fuck I got to say? I don't know what you think, cause you fucking taller than me. You think that shit means something? Goddamn, that's all you heard was, man, I ain't trying to hear that motherfucking shit. The next thing you know, you just heard, like, bitch, what the fuck? That's where old head did some old head shit. That nigga was like, bitch, what the fuck you talking to? Like, I guess he smacked him. We couldn't see because it's cell 21. So he like, bitch, who the fuck you talking to? You heard like a little tussle, like somebody fell off a box. Like, I told you, bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to? Apologize. That's all you heard old head say. Apologize. Goddamn, I looked at Rob. Rob was like, hold on, man. I was like, oh, bro. He was like, man, fuck that. That's my cousin. He walked over to the door. That nigga was like, that nigga ain't even knocked. That nigga went and looked right in that bitch. That nigga was like, hey, tell him open 21. Tell him open 21. Tell him open 21. Somebody at the booth told that y'all said, bitch, went up in that bitch. He went up in there. That nigga went up in there. That's all you heard. Man, get your ass off my cousin. Get your ass off my cousin. That's when I walked over there. I was like, shit. When I went and looked, everybody job went and looked. When I went and looked, man, Rob was like, man, get your ass off. He lifted that little nigga up. He said, man, get your ass off my cousin. He put that nigga on the wall. He said, nigga, you touched my motherfucking cousin again. Boom. He hit that nigga with one punch. Like old head said, that nigga slumped the old head, y'all. So boom. That nigga slumped the old. He slumped the old head. He slumped the old head. As soon as he slumped the old head, this is my word. The nigga Perry jumped on him. Motherfucker, what are you doing? Man, that nigga Rob was like, man, get you. Man, I'm trying to help your dumb. That nigga on his neck. He jumped on the nigga back and he got his arms punching. I'm like, he was like, get your ass off me. He slung that nigga, boom, tall ass hit the ground and boom. He was like, what the fuck wrong with you? I try to save your dumb ass. What the fuck is wrong with you? He was like, you ain't saving me. That's my man. If he wanna fucking hit me, he can fucking hit me. We married. I'm like, oh, never coming back to penitentiary. It was one of those moments again. But still though, this man saved the nigga. But this some shit that'll happen on the street. This is that type of domestic shit that'll happen on the street. You see your sister or cousin getting their ass whooped, you want to intervene with it. But what's going to happen as soon as you leave? They're going to stay with the guy. It's going to make them love him even more. So you just got to mind your damn business, man. That's why I try to stop Rob. Now, he probably was thinking because this was man on man that this wasn't going to count just like the streets. But no, just because they a man, it makes it look worse, y'all. So boom. The hell is you doing getting in their business, Rob? This man got married on a damn ball field. You tripping. So goddamn, Rob was just like, man, fuck this shit. Rob stormed out. Goddamn, I was like, bro, I told you, bro. He was like, man, fuck that on my cousin. Nigga put this hand on my cousin, bro. I was like, I know, bro, but listen, you can't do that shit though, Rob, man. You gotta tighten up, man. He was like, man, that shit crazy, man. Goddamn, everybody come back to the spade table and they go like, and they get away with this shit. Nigga come back to the spade table. Goddamn, niggas like, yo, man. He like, that nigga knocked out in that bitch. You put that nigga to sleep in that bitch, Rob. Rob was like, man, fuck that nigga, man. This my word. The door opened back up again. You seen goddamn that nigga Perry. PP come out. That nigga legs was like a marching man. That nigga like, that's how he walked. He was going to get some ice. He walked to the jank like this. He walked past the grid on Rob. He was like, he filled his cereal bag of ice. He went back in the room. I guess he was trying to revive that nigga, man. Rob put the goddamn hammer punch on that nigga ass, man. Drunked his ass, man. So I guess he was trying to revive the old head. So we still playing spades. The nigga Perry, he get his door open again. He come out. He walked up to by the table. He was like, can I holler at you? Can I talk to you? Rob was like, holler at me for what? What you wanna holler at me for? He kept playing this game. What you wanna holler at me for? He was like, cuz, we need to talk, cuz. He was like, man, I ain't trying to talk to your ass, man. Your ass crazy, man. Your ass crazy, man. It's on you. Come on. What you need to talk to me about, man? You can say, what's up? He was like, no, we need to talk in private. He was like, shh. He finished that. He was like, man, all right, man, hold on, man. He walked away. I couldn't hear what they were saying. But goddamn, when he came back, he was standing at the table. Goddamn, Perry went back in his cell. Old head came up that bitch, man. And nigga goddamn had a little knot right here. That's my word. I was like, damn, he hit that nigga hard as fuck. That nigga had a knot, like, it wasn't a big ass knot, but it was a bubble right there on by his fucking left eye. He came out, he was like, look, man, I ain't got no problem with you, man. But I do love your cousin though, man. We fight sometime. That's what men do, man, right? We men at the end of the day. This isn't a woman. So you gotta understand what I'm dealing with. And he taller than me. Like, he was making a lot of sense, but it was still sounding fruity as a bitch, y'all. So boom. He was like, he taller than me. So you know this is what we do. Like, we fight all the time. Sometimes y'all don't hear it because we be locked down. But that's the dudes that sleep in 22 cell. They be hearing us fight, man. That's how it happens, man. I fight my base sometime, man. Rob was like, all right, man, I heard you, man. All right. He was like, man, I ain't got no problem with you, Big Rob. He called him Big Rob. I ain't got no problems with you, Big Rob. I ain't got no problems with you, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do it. I ain't got no problems with you, man. Rob was like, man, all right, man, just leave it at that then. You ain't gonna tell the police, is you? Like, hell nah. I don't fuck with the police, man. I'm good, man, and I can take a punch. I'm all right, man. I know you was taking up for your cousin, man. We good? He put his hand out there. Rob was like, yeah, we good. He was like, you know, my junk, y'all, the fake handshake game. So boom. So I guess it was a wrap, like, you know what I mean? Like, he knocked the man out trying to save his cousin, and they squashed it, you know what I mean? Like, Rob got to learn how to deal with this was going on. I think what really messed him up was that nigga moved in the pod. That's what kind of messed Rob up, man. So a little bit more time it went on. So it was crazy because I think the nigga Rob, like, even though he ain't fuck with the nigga like that, because he had cut the nigga off. Like, he ain't talk to that nigga. He ain't talk to his cousin. And you know, that was his preference. That was his choice. It might don't sound like it's a good thing to do, but it was his choice to do that. So he stopped talking to his cousin like that, man. Like, I think it was still affecting him a little bit, you know, but it's like a couple weeks later, 3 weeks later. So it's like, you know, some more people started coming in the pod. So this other dude moved in the pod, which wasn't an old head. He was a young boy, but I think the young boy was related to the old head dude that was in the cell with Perry. You know what I mean? So he in there dealing with his uncle, basically, man. He dealing with the young boy, man. He dealing with the old head. So that's all he used to do is kick it with the old head. Sometimes you'll see him sneaking in the cell with the old head, but you know, we don't know if they messing with the la-la. We don't know what they doing. But all I know is when that young boy moved in the block, it started looking like they was tag teaming Perry ass, man. Pause, man. That's what it started looking like, man. And for real, like, I think Perry, and for real, man, the more and more Perry was getting tag teamed, the more and more he was getting more feminine. He was just all the way changed. He wasn't the guy that we knew 3 years ago, 2 years ago, however long it was. It wasn't that long ago when he left and came right back. But he wasn't that same person. He definitely wasn't that same person, man. So with him being gangbanged, man, and everybody already knew he was being gangbanged because it came out as Scan, the young boy definitely was a shake, rattle, and roller himself, just like his uncle. So like there was two peas in a pie. You know what I mean? And like they gonna do the same thing basically, man. So I guess he wanted what his uncle had basically, and that was the boy, which is Perry. So I don't know what had happened, but they had like one, man, this joint was crazy because they would do wild stuff. I ain't gonna lie, this was some wild activity. That's why I be telling y'all, like, prison is so crazy. That's why I don't be wanting people to go, man, because the stuff you witness and see is just, some of the wildest stuff, man. But like I say, the old head and Perry sleep in cell 21. So I guess it was the other boy birthday. So they had a party. They had like a party. The boy and his boyfriend came into the cell with Perry and his boyfriend, and then Perry's cousin was in there. So basically it was 5 people in the cell. You know what I mean? It was 5 people in the cell, man. I promise you, man, like it was so crazy. Like I'll never forget this because this was wild activity. And this is how I found this is how I failed. It failed just like this, but this was store day. This was store day. Not only was it the boy's birthday, we was back there shooting dice. Now when we shoot dice at, it's all the way in the back, which is by cell 22 and 21, and that's by the back door. That's what we shooting dice at, y'all. Back there got a big ass crap game jumping. It's store day. Man, we back there bitch shooting dice. We can hear that they doing something in there. We don't know what they doing, but we see the cell 21, the cutters up. But we already know that's the people that shake, rattle, and roll. And you know what I mean? Who knows what's going on in there? But they got the music playing. They got the music playing out loud. You know what I mean? Like dudes that have surround sounds on their TVs, they got the music playing out loud. They playing Lil' Kim. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they picked that, man. When they playing Lil' Kim, man. They playing Lil' Kim first album, man. So they banging that jump. And we shooting dice, but we can hear the music. They got the cut up. So we ain't paying them no attention, though. We ain't paying them no attention, man. But the lady in the booth had messed up. So it was me and Rob was rolling together in the dice game. So me and Rob was at, our back is to cell 21 and 22. And the rest of the cells is right there. Our back is to that. The dice game is right here. So we hear the music behind us and all that, but we shooting. So Rob get the dice. He like, hey, look, what's up? He rolled a jaw. Boom. He rolled a 4. Dude was like, you ain't gonna hit that. Rob was like, 10 or 4. What's up? I'm betting 10 or 4. I was like, yeah, we doing 10 or 4, man. What's up? Who don't like it? 10 or 4. 10 or 4. So we all going around the joint. So we like, man, who don't like it, man? So Rob got the dice the whole time. Rob backing up. Rob like, come on, man. What's up? Who don't like it? Put your money down if you don't like it. Put your money down if you don't like it. The lady in the booth, she made a mistake. She opened the door by accident. Man, she either opened the door by accident or she wanted to open the door. I don't know what it was. The door opened up. When the door opened up, Rob was like, that nigga look. Man, I promise you, man. Pause. Everybody looked. When we looked, man, it was like 5 dudes in there, butterball naked. Man, they was having a freaking orgy in there, y'all. So boom. Pause. I'm gonna put a pause symbol on that joint. I ain't lying. When I edit, I'm gonna put a big pause symbol on that, man. I promise you, man. I was like, I couldn't believe my eyes. The lady closed the door back. She closed the door back immediately. This is my word. The cut failed. They trying to put the cut up. Dudes was like, man, what they got going, man? Dudes was like, man. I was like, yo, I'm gone, man. I ain't shooting. Like, everybody start cashing in. They were like, hold on. I'm like, man, I'm not. Rob was like, man, they're getting gangbanged. Like, man, crazy, man. So Rob just was mad. Rob was mad. I don't know why he was mad. I can't tell y'all, like, because I never had a family member to go through a situation like this. Maybe y'all can tell me if y'all had family members and y'all went through stuff like this, man. You know what I mean? I don't know why he was mad. The man was mad, though, after seeing that shit. He was angry. Promise you, man, them niggas finally emerged. They come out and start making the food and shit after they just had one big fucking Diddy party in that motherfucker. Man, I promise you, man, niggas came out that joint. And nigga Rob was like, he was standing by his cell. You know, Rob's cell isn't far from 21. He ain't 18. Rob was just like, and nigga goddamn Perry walked by, going to, like, behind him a little bit. He goes to the shower. Nigga walk by Rob, turn around his ass. Rob was like, yo, listen, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? The fuck you in there doing, man? Your dumb ass. When he said that, the old head stuck his head out the door like, he shook his head like, man, come on. He walked up to Rob. He was like, man, come on, chill, Rob. What you doing? Rob was like, man, get your motherfucking hands on me, man. You and this bitch turning my fucking cousin out, man. The nigga Perry was like, he ain't turning me out. Rob was like, man, shut the fuck up. Your ass in here turning my fucking cousin out. Old head was like, no, he ain't. He like, boom. He punched the old head so fucking, man, he stole his, bah! Man, he hit that nigga hard as a bitch. Old head was like, when the old head tumbled back, man, the nigga nephew just started running. That nigga ran that goddamn Rob. Boom, him and Rob start wrecking. Boom, they wrecking right out in the pod. This word, they wrecking right out in the pod. Blow. Rob rumbling that nigga. The dude, the young nigga can rumble too. Young nigga toe with Rob ass and his shoulder. Boom, him and Rob rumbling. They rumbling like a bitch. Old head slumped again. He slumped that nigga twice. Man, I promise you, man, the nigga goddamn Perry was watching the shit. Nigga Perry was watching the shit, man. Goddamn, that nigga Rob backed up. Man, that nigga Perry goddamn tricked that nigga, man. He tricked his own fucking cousin. Rob hit the ground, man. Young boy got on his ass. Blow. Him rumbling, goddamn. Nigga Perry ran over that bitch. Perry started hitting Rob ass. I was like, I promise y'all, I never got in the middle of nothing until I seen this shit, man. I came around and when I seen them banking Rob, man, I said, man, hell nah, man. I came around the corner, I seen the boy backwards to me. I came around the other side of the steps. They was fighting by the steps on this side. I came around. When I came around, I seen the nigga curry back to me. Goddamn, I looked in the silent point. I see the police get ready to come. I just came like a football player. I was like, oh, I got hit that nigga ass with the shoulder. That nigga was like, that nigga failed. The nigga goddamn Rob got up, started wrecking that young nigga. Boom, 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 boom. They start fighting hard as a bitch. Next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. The lady hitting that bitch, but they so far, she just hitting anywhere. They like, niggas getting out of the way. Like, oh shit. Goddamn, this word. Police came in that motherfucker. Man, goddamn, broke that shit up, man. Broke that shit up. She was a maniac fight, man. Locked up goddamn Perry. Locked up goddamn his roommate. They locked up the young boy and they locked up Rob, man. Rob got his ass locked up for that shit, man. That shit was crazy as shit. Man, that shit was crazy as shit, man. Rob was in the hole for a minute behind that shit, man. They say he bucked on the police. The police was taking him and all that shit. They say he was snapping. Rob was in the hole a minute. He was in the hole so long. When I ended up getting into 3D, I used to go back there and holler at him, man. He did like 4 months and change, 5 months. Cause they ended up making 4D was the original part that they made the original 3D part. So when we got over there, this nigga still was in the hole. That nigga still was in the hole. That nigga, so I asked that nigga too, man. I was like, man, I was curious. I asked that nigga one day, I brought up some blacks, cause he's like the blacks. I said, bro, what made you want to do that shit though, bro? I said, the nigga gay, bro. He was like, man, I don't know, bro. I just I couldn't. When I seen the nigga in there butt naked, wheezing, man, I was like, don't remind me. He was like, when I seen him in there like that, well, I just couldn't take it no more. He was like, what that nigga doing out here? I was like, bro, you know what he doing? I said, him in the old head and 2 building booed up, man. I said, you already know what they doing, man. You already know the count. He was like, yeah, I ain't going to the same building as that nigga, man. They let that nigga out and put him back in 4 building. You know what I mean? And like, that shit was jive over with, man. Him and the young boy wrecked. The young boy was like, he was wrecking because the nigga put his hands on his uncle. You know what I mean? So it was like a justified rumble. I don't think Rob wanted to take no more drama with him, man. But like, that shit was wild to Rob to experience his cousin leave as a dude and come back different like that, man. But that's how shit be happening in the penitentiary. And that's why y'all should stay y'all ass out of the penitentiary. But that was a crazy situation. That's the damn story though. Man, I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all know the count, man. Stay y'all ass out the way because your family needs you out here, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a bonus banger. So what I need you to do with this one. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. But be safe out there, people. And stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes.